Hey everybody, we are continuing our study of the keyboard pattern. And today I brought one of the school's glockenspiels. Some people call them xylophones, some people call them glockenspiels. And in fact, this company that we bought these from used both words on their product. So they say xylophone, and then in parentheses they wrote glockenspiel. So the reason why I wanted to use this for our instrument here at WSA is because of the keyboard pattern. And that's something we've been talking about a lot in the last few weeks. So the keyboard pattern, what I mean by keyboard pattern, is bring your attention to these black keys, okay? Now, the white keys are all in a row and they're all like next to each other. And honestly, if these letters were not stamped on the keys, then how would we know how to find what? And so that's why we've been exploring the keyboard pattern so that we can know how it works. Once you know how it works, you can play anything that has a keyboard pattern on it. Let's think of some of the things that have keyboard patterns. Piano, right off the bat, piano. Glockenspiels, like this. Keyboards, the electronic keyboards that you have. The organs, like have you ever seen a church organ? What else? What else? There's an instrument called a marimba, and it's not black and white, it's wooden. All the keys are brown, but it still has this pattern of 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, except that they're all wooden, and so they all look like wood. But marimbas are really cool instruments, and they sound really cool, and marimba players are very talented percussionists. Now, you may notice that there's 2 black keys here and 2 black keys here. And you might be thinking, well, from where I'm sitting, Miss Marcus, it looks to me like you don't have a pattern here. It looks to me like what you have is 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. I get it. Here's the thing. If this glockenspiel were longer, if it had more room for more keys, then this would be a set of 3 keys. And this would be a set of 3 keys. So we would have 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys, 2 black keys, 3 black keys. So we're going to bring our attention today to these 2 black keys, the second set, and these 3 black keys. Because this, from this C to this C, is represented by the drawing that we did last week. So if you watched last week's video, I walked you through drawing your own keyboard chart so that you could always know how to find the C. 2 black keys, C, D, E. 3 black keys, F, G, A, B. I know that some of you have a glockenspiel very much like mine at your house. For some of you, it might have rainbow colored keys instead of white keys and navy blue black keys instead of black keys. The pattern's the same, okay? So let's start playing this. If you have one at home, great, use it today. If you do not have an instrument with a keyboard pattern, then please use the keyboard pattern that you drew. And if you missed last week's lesson, you may want to go back and review that and draw a keyboard pattern chart that you can bring to class. You can use that. Okay, the first letter that we are going to learn about and focus on is C. So remember that. 2 black keys, C, D, E. So find the C that is on this end of your glockenspiel. Notice on a glockenspiel, now this isn't the case on a keyboard, but on a glockenspiel, the lower sounds have longer keys, and as you go higher, the high sounds have shorter keys. Can you see that? So we want the longer C, because we have a C here, 2 black keys, C, D, E, and we have a C here. C, C, low C, high C. Okay, so find that C. That's what we're going to work with first. The first thing I want you to do is do a 4 count. And every time you say a number, I want you to strike low C. Let me demonstrate. Okay, so just watch. Just listen. Low C, low C, low C, low C. Let me demonstrate again. This time I'm going to count my 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now give that a try. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you do? Now I want to do 4 sets of 4. So we're going to do our 4 count 4 times. And every time we say a number, we're going to strike the low C. Let me demonstrate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you hear me mess up? Yeah, I accidentally tapped the wrong key one time. Am I mad about it? No. Did it make me cry? No, it didn't. Sometimes you're going to hit a wrong key, and that's okay. Don't worry about it. You have to practice to get good at anything. And even after you practice, because I practice on this quite a bit, even after you practice, sometimes you can't get it right. So be patient with yourself. This is going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay, just like everything else we do. Now, the next thing I'm going to ask you to do is a little bit more difficult. Because instead of striking the C on all 4 beats, I'm going to ask you to strike the C only on the 1 and the 3. Please let me demonstrate. 1, 2, here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see what I did there? I only hit my C when I said 1 and 3. On the 2 and the 4, I rested. I squeezed. Let me show you again. This time I'm going to do it 4 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See how that works? Now I want you to try it. Are you ready? Now, if you do not have a glockenspiel, I want you to practice by using your finger and tapping on that C on your chart. That'll, believe it or not, that will get you used to the idea. And when you do have an opportunity to play something with a keyboard pattern on it, you'll know what to do. And you'll be able to use that information. So just because you don't have a glockenspiel doesn't mean you can't participate in this activity. You totally can. And if you want to actually take it to the next level, you can actually say the word C. You could go C2, C4, C2, C4. You could do that if you wish, or you could just tap. C. Oh, no, hang on. Let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You ready to try it? All right, let's try it. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How'd you do? Did you mess up? Probably, and that's okay. If you mess up real loud. Don't be afraid to fail. Okay. The next thing I'm going to ask you to do is going to be super, super hard. Yeah, it's not easy. That's why I'm asking you to do it. Instead of tapping our C on the 1 and the 3 this time, you guessed it, we're only going to tap on the 2 and the 4. And it's going to be kind of hard. So let me show you how it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see, every time I said 2 or 4, I tapped. Now I'm going to do 4 in a row. Just listen. 4 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're probably going to have to practice that a little bit. Let's practice it one time with no instrument. Let's use our hands this time. We're only going to clap on the 2 and the 4. I'll start, and when you feel like you're ready, you jump in, and I'm going to let it go for a while. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How'd you do? So playing on the 2 and the 4 is not easy to do. Get started on it now while you're young, and when you get to be grown up, it won't be that hard, and you can show off to other grown-ups when they're all sitting around saying, well, I can clap on the 1 and the 3, but I can't clap on the 2 and the 4. You'll be able to say, I can. Meh. You may want to practice that 2 and the 4 thing. If you don't have an instrument, practice it clapping. If you do have an instrument, practice it on the C. Next week, we're going to add 2 more letters. We're going to add F, and we're going to add G. C, F, and G are kind of like a family. They work well together. It's not so much like a family, it's more like a club. It's the CFG club. So more about that later. Right now, practice hard. Get good at that 2 and 4, because striking on the 2 and the 4 is going to be the instrumental accompaniment for when we sing Three Little Birds. You want me to show you? Okay, well, I'm going to be singing, so it might not sound that great, but here it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3. Don't worry. about a thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Baby, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds pitched by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Saying, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. This is my message to you. Now, I've played that song a bunch of times, but did you hear that I still messed up? Yeah, it happens. It's okay. It's all right to mess up, long as you keep trying and don't let messing up stop you. You keep trying no matter what. Now, that may sound hard. It's a little bit tricky, but you're going to at least be able to sing it. The singing part's easy. And then if you try and if you practice, you might be able to do the playing part too. And for those of you that don't have an instrument, I always need a rhythm section. I'm going to need somebody to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Baby, don't worry. 3, 4. 1, 2. Someone need that too. All right, I think that's it for this time. And I hope you all have a wonderful day, and a wonderful week, and a wonderful month, and a wonderful year. Bye.